Okay, guys, this is my gym workout. I've recorded this at 1.5 times speed, so if I sound like a chipmunk, don't be surprised. So I'm going to do 12 of these times 2 at 25 pounds. And I'm setting my watch here because I know I forgot to start my workout on my watch. So this is how I keep track in my iPhone of what I've done. I don't know why I do that, but I have it, so might as well do it, right? It records everything, but it doesn't know that I'm doing a workout, so I'd rather just let it know. Okay, so this is the second set of 12. And these are working the back of my arms, the triceps. That flabby thing that we have in our arms as we get older. And then I'm going to work my tummy. But I think I'm going to switch those up eventually. I don't like the reverse crunches with weights. That's for the next exercise. And I program my exercises as per the way my bench is placed. So if I finish with a flat bench one workout, I start the next one with the flat bench. And then I try to work it so that all the exercises of the flat bench are in order on my Excel sheet that I made. I just photocopied that sheet. I've actually forgot to save it somewhere, so I've never found it again. Or else I'd offer you to have that worksheet for those that have the Bowflex Blaze. I actually wrote on it the benches, how they're placed for each exercise, so this way you know to follow in that order. Yeah, and I help myself down here because the bench is not very wide, and I am, so I don't want to tilt to one side. And I don't want to get dizzy because of my ears or anything if I knock down my head. So here I'm doing reverse crunches with weights. Yes, you can do them with weights. And you can do, if the bench is in a 45-degree angle up, you can actually do crunches with weights also. And obliques. Now this is my 4th workout of the week. I do 4 a week for the Bowflex. This week I'm starting to do calisthenics on the days I won't be doing the Bowflex. Because I do need to get stronger, and I'm getting older. And I don't want to be a weak elder, a weak frail elder. So okay, so those are done. And now I think I'm going into my hips. Yeah, so these are hip exercises. So this way I'm pulling outwards, and the other one I'll be pulling inward. for the other leg. And then I'll go to the other side of the bench and do the same thing. So this would be the equivalent of, let's say, side lunges or something like that for working on your, the outer leg or the inner leg. Yeah. So the thighs, yeah. So side lunges would probably be one of the calisthenic exercises you could do to reinforce those as well. I'm not a health nut or anything like that, and I'm not trained in that, but I have exercised in the past, and yeah, when I was a runner, that's how I would strengthen my inner and outer thighs, was with the side lunges. So but this helps with the hips also. And I do feel that my hips need some work because some days I don't feel as flexible with those. And I don't feel as stable. And as you get older, you lose a lot of that stability. I don't know why. I don't know what causes it. But you have to stay in shape. And I never realized how much so until one day I had a hard time getting out of the bathtub. So it makes you afraid to get into the tub if no one's home with you. So all these things that happen as you get older, you don't realize it, but they all catch up with you, right? So if you neglect your body, this is what happens. So take care of it when you're young and keep taking care of it, I've had this machine in my basement for years. I think I bought it in 2014. And it hardly got any use. I did use it somewhat, but it hardly got any use. And now I'm just all into it. That's that. I'm into it. So it's 4 times a week now. The hardest part is getting up off the couch and going down to the basement. That's the hardest part. Now, I'd rather that than have to go run to a gym and wait on people if they're at the machines and all that. But at the same time, this is not like regular weights. It's lighter. So my 25 pounds on here might be the equivalent of 15 at the gym. I don't know. I'd have to check it out one day. Maybe do a trial at the gym or something. But this can go up to 210 pounds. So it's about 105 per side. And you could add on 50 pounds to make it 310. So, which would be 155 on each side. I never ordered the extra 50 pounds because I never got to that far. So I don't know, maybe one day, but I'm not, I'd rather do more reps, less weight. I'm one of those. I don't need to bulk up. And I've already got a good tush going on here, so the legs and the buttocks, it's not something I need to work out too much, but the legs, yes, but not the buttocks. But I do work them out anyway. The glutes, just to keep them firm. But I've always had good glutes. So this is for my legs. So this is another seat. You sit on it, and it's made solid. You can sit pretty good weight on there. And then you do your leg extensions and your leg curls with that. You just turn around to do the leg curls. I'll show you after. So this is going faster than what I do, but you have to go slow. You try to count to 3 or 4 going up and 3 or 4 going down. That's what makes the resistance. And I just made this quicker for you so you don't have to sit through an hour of workout, right? But it's just to show you how this machine works. And yes, I do work out. And Mounjaro does not mean you don't work out. You have to work out, or else you will lose muscle. It's part of the deal of taking Mounjaro and even Ozempic. For me, the only thing is I don't take Ozempic because Ozempic did not curb my appetite at all. You know. So now it's going to be the leg curls. And for those of you wondering how much weight I've lost, for me, it's not working too well for weight loss. I am in calorie deficit every day. And some days I lose weight and other days I gain weight. I don't know if it's the weights doing that. It doesn't matter as long as my blood sugar is coming down, and that's what's happening with me. So blood sugar is coming down. I get readings of 6 in the morning when it used to be readings of 14. So it's really helping. I do take insulin, but it's helping my insulin to work better. So combined with the exercising and everything, sorry, I'm cleaning my shower as I speak to you here. So combined with everything, I think it's doing pretty well. I figure the weight will come off eventually. Now, I won't be able to take Mounjaro forever because my insurance is running out in August. And here I live in Quebec and we have a provincial insurance. The private one would be way too expensive to keep because my husband will be 65. And I believe they would charge us like $4,000 a year, if not more. So we'll probably just take the provincial medication insurance we have available, and they will not pay for Mounjaro. So I will need to come down off of that. But by then, I mean, if I'm training every day and everything, it should help. I might have lost some of the weight. Even if I just got back down to where I was before the insulin, it would make me very happy because I gained 25 pounds between April and September last year. Now I've maintained that weight for maybe 5 pounds, 6 pounds less. I can't get over how dirty these showers get. I have a scrubber with an arm on it, so it makes it easier, but still, I would prefer to get my own scrubber down there. By hand. I'll just have to scrub longer here. I think this one's getting a little bit old anyway. Let's see, I'm into the arms now. Okay. So these are tricep pull downs. They work the back of the arms. The jiggly stuff. I call them the jiggaloos. Jiggalo is actually a product we have here that's an oil in a spray can. It loosens anything. Just like your back of your arms, they get loose. So I'm down on all fours scrubbing this shower right now, so I'm going to just keep talking to you. Yeah, so I work out 4 times a week doing this. I don't do the same exercises every workout. So this was my leg, tummy, and arm day, the second one of the week, and they're not the same exercises on the first one. So I vary my exercises, and I make it for like a 2 to 4 week cycle at the same reps and same weight. Then I either keep increasing my reps or I increase the weight depending on where I'm at. I don't want to be working out for 3 hours. If it gets too easy, I'll increase the weights, but I'd rather just increase the reps or the sets. You know, if I get to 28 out of 2 sets, the next one I might do 3 times 10. And then increase that to 3 times 12 and 3 times 14. So here we're at the curls. So this is the second time I've recorded this. I lost the last one. For some reason, it would not give me the stop button to stop recording. So I ended up canceling it somehow. But I didn't want to lose this workout for you. I want to give you an idea what it takes to build muscle here. But if you can't do this, you know, that's fine. Just do whatever you can. Use 3 pounds, 5 pound weights. You know, there's so many exercises you can do. There's a great app called FitOn that has a lot of workouts on there and it's free. There are videos on YouTube. If you prefer doing calisthenics, look that up. There's even other videos on YouTube for this machine, but I think the guy that does them has the other machine. So, but I think they're basically the same. So this is the same thing, but I'm pulling them up instead of backwards. So these are reverse curls, okay? Yeah, so my hands are facing down, not up. So they just work a few different muscles, but they do work for the biceps also, just differently. So when you push, you want to pull too, right? So it's good to get strong both ways. It keeps your body in balance. That's something I learned years ago when I was a runner. Well, runner. I wasn't an expert runner. I'm just rinsing out my shower. And I'm going to have to clean it a second time because I didn't get everything off. And there was a big buildup here. I'll clean it later, but so I have to take a shower later anyway, so I will re-clean this. But I'm going to spray it down right now. Some more, just so the cleaner can work a bit. I'm using Hertel, but it's not the best stuff for this. I think I'm out of bathroom cleaners, per se. So this is just a multi-purpose cleaner. It's good though, but you gotta scrub, eh, the shower. Okay, so I did the reverse curls here. Now we're probably gonna do the wrists, or I already did those. I didn't watch here. Oh, okay, so we already did the wrists. So now what I'm going to end up doing, I think, are the squats. So I live in Gatineau, Quebec, Canada, if you're wondering. I had my 60th birthday last week. Well, actually, yeah, last Sunday. I recorded this on the 15th, but my birthday is the 8th, International Women's Day. Yeah, so I've just turned 60. I can't believe it. And with my health the way it is these days, I said, oh, I better get cracking and do something about this weight. So that's why I decided on Mounjaro, because I did try keto and ended up in the hospital because I was taking my diabetes medications, which were at the time were Jardiance and metformin. But I didn't realize that Jardiance would raise my ketones so high that I'd end up in ketoacidosis. I almost died. So has nothing to do with keto per se, just you don't mix it with that medication. And even on keto, I didn't lose weight when I first did it the first time. I was on it for a while, like about a year, but I still didn't lose any weight. It's unbelievable how resistant I am. Yeah. And I didn't get diabetes from eating sugar, by the way. I was not a sugar fanatic. I never have been. I avoided sugar like the plague. I believe it was pasta. I was eating pasta or rice or stuff like that every day. Or almost every day. So now I eat a lot of meat and vegetables instead, but I do still have small portions for the most part. You know, if I eat rice, it's a quarter cup. It's not a cup. And what I make is these little onigiris from Japanese rice, the sticky rice. So I make them into little heart-shaped type things, and I freeze them in saran wrap. So when I want rice, I just pull one out and microwave it. Okay, so today is change the sheets day off my bed. So I'm cleaning as I speak to you here, but so I set up 55 pounds here for my legs. These are leg presses. So this has to be tight on me because I'm short. I have small legs. So it's a strap that goes behind your back. Okay, what did I do with her little thing here? Oh, I bet you I threw it down. Oh. I had my doggy's little bone on my bed, and I don't know what I did with it. I probably threw it down with the sheets into the basement. Doesn't matter. So, 55 pounds here, each leg, but it must feel like maybe 40 at tops. Because I have done leg presses before at the gym, and 50 seemed a lot heavier than this. Oh, I just put it on my dresser. Okay. So, today's workout is going to be my calisthenics, but you're going to see me do some in a few minutes here once I close up my machine. And you have to tie up these rods every day. If you don't tie them up, they get loose over time. Yeah, so now I'm getting to the calisthenics part. So you're going to see me do my farmer's walks and then a whole bunch of other exercises here. But I don't do them for long after a weights workout. But this week I'm going to start doing them on the days that I'm not working out with the weights. So today, we're Monday today, so I'm recording this on Monday. And that's 20-pound weights I'm using. They go up to 55. They're adjustable weights. I believe they're the Nordic Track ones. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Yeah, so I think there's about a minute there of walking. I try to count it out, but I'm going to work my way up to 2. And then I get on the floor and I start doing other things. So as I'm recording this, I'm getting ready to go do my calisthenics workout. I am going to tie my hair, but I know the hair tie is going to come out towards the end once I'm on the floor. So, what am I doing here? I know I decided not to do push-ups because I do those on the stairs and you wouldn't have been able to see me anyway. I can't see when I'm recording my voiceover what's going on. It blocks the bottom of my screen, and that's where I'm working out. So I'm trying to see what I was doing here. Probably some stretches. Or planks, or I think I did planks and a half push-up plank. Oh, there we go. I can see my arms here. Yeah. And I think there's bridges and And then I get into yoga later. A little bit of stretching and yoga. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm doing here, but I can't really see. I wish they didn't make it like this on iMovie. They block the bottom of your screen with the recording. You know, where you see that your voice is actually being recorded and you can stop the recording. Anyways, so where am I at now? I think I'm down to about 8 pounds lost over 4 months with Mounjaro. I started October 31st and we're March 16th. So November, December, January, February, and then half of March, 4.5 months. I really have not lost much weight, and I am in calorie deficit. And I do work out pretty much every day. I do something, but you got to work out a lot to burn a lot. 20 minutes is no more than 100 calories when you're running, so I'd have to assume for 30 minutes it'd be about 100 calories. So if you're working out an hour, it might be 200 calories, maybe 3, depending on what you're doing. Your watch estimates, but it doesn't know if you're lifting 50 pounds or 20 pounds, right? So, and it doesn't know if you're doing 50 reps or 10 reps. So it's just guesstimating. Anyways. So here I think it's the hollow boat because I can see my arms are going up. Yeah. And after that, I think I'll be doing the Supermans. Yeah. Superman. So I did record this a bit faster in case I forgot to mention it. I think I'm at 1.5 times the speed. I did figure it out how to do that. I didn't want to bore you for 2 hours, because this workout was almost an hour combined, the 2 workouts. So, and I think I'm going to do crunches after this or something. This is just the cobra pose. Just to stretch out my back. And I think I do the child pose there somewhere. Yeah. It just stretches out my back. I have scoliosis also, so my back's always in pain. So any back stretches I can find. Oh, I'm already at here. Oh, okay. I'm already into the yoga thing. Okay. So these are going to be leg stretches. And what you do is you push your heels up towards the ceiling. Oh, no. Okay. No, I decided not to do that. Okay. So these are just typical leg stretches, right? So I'm going to move my body forward, my legs spread apart, my body forward and go on each side. Just trying to stretch out a bit. I used to do this bit. To each side. There we go. Yeah. you know, you do this often enough, you are going to get more flexible. And even if you do it now and then do more exercises and then come back to it again, you'll be more flexible the second time around. Yoga is like that. The more you do it, the more your body starts to stretch out. Now, this came from a video called Yoga Zone. It was the yellow casing one, the original one, I believe. That's where I learned a lot of these poses. And you're going to see me stretch out my back after here. I'm going to cross my leg over. There we go. And then you hold on to your knee with the opposite hand. You put your hand behind your back, and then you turn your body slowly, like rotate it on its axis. The spine. Yeah, and you do that both sides. And even like when I did it with the Yoga Zone video, we would do it more than once, and it would come back to it, and it would stretch us out even more. It was really fun. There was other stretches as well, but this was one of my favorite ones. And you'll see me lying on my back later with the tie from my house coat, and that's my second favorite. And then there's the dead pose at the end. That's my ultimate favorite. That's where you get to really rest your whole body. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. You can use a towel too. That's why I'm showing you the towel. So basically you lift your leg up and you tie the thing around your foot, the heel of your foot, and you push the heel of your foot up towards the ceiling. And I mean the heel of your foot, really push it up, not the toes, not the middle of the foot, the heel. And that stretches out all your back of your legs, right down to your spine. And at the same time, you're not pulling on the cord, but you're holding it tight. So there is a resistance there, but that resistance is what makes your whole leg stretch out. When I would go running and I'd come back, this is one of the moves that I would do all the time. It felt so good on my legs after. But you know, running with diabetes is not an easy thing, because when your blood sugar is high, it's like having mud in your veins. You can't even find your breath. So I believe that here I'm going to be doing the, I don't remember the name of it, asana something. Yeah, here I'm just shaking out everything. So you start with your head, your shoulders, your arms. And then you shake them out and you let them rest where they want to go. And then you work your way down your body to your hips, and then your legs and your ankles. And you shake it out and let it rest where it wants to go. And what ends up happening is almost like you're floating. You don't even feel the ground beneath you. And you go into rest mode. And you stay there for a couple of minutes. And it is so relaxing. So there's many ways to stretch. This is one of the ways I like to use. That's easier for me than trying to grab behind my foot or something and bring my foot up to my buttocks. It doesn't work for me. I just can't even do it. So these HIIT workouts, the HIIT workouts, where they ask you to stretch after, I have a hard time with that. So this is pretty much going to be the end of the recording. I'm going to wish you all a great day. And if you have any questions, please ask them below, or like my video, or subscribe, and I'll be posting more of them, because this week will be my second week on 15 milligrams of Mounjaro. And I might do a recording to let you know how that goes. All right. And I just wanted just to see my workout. And yes, I do work out. So take care. Bye-bye.